First things first, battery guard, IRSs, nav. Let's go ahead and get the APU initialized. Anti-collision is on and position light is steady. Left and right tanks have been activated. It's not the right way to say it, but the pumps. And APU bleed is on. Init ref. We'll give our last GPS location. And for route, we're going to call down ACARS for our flight plan. We're going to activate that. Okay. How those legs look. 3800.6. Alright. We will have co-pilot on this flight. Let's go ahead and get our fuel and passengers. Let's get the we'll get APU bus active. There we go. RTO active. Flight director's up. Auto throttle arm in the arm position. Auto throttle in the arm position, you know what I mean. Right. Brian, would you please go ahead and get our IFR clearance?
I'll get our IFR clearance. Content ground, Endeavor 3699er. We'd like to receive our IFR clearance. We have Bravo.
Clearance on request. Stand by. Endeavor 3699er on content ground. Information Bravo is current. Cleared to Sangster via the Bonito 1 Delta departure, then as filed. Departure runway 2. Initial climb to 7,000. Departure on 119.1 squawk 1441.
Initial climb 7,000.
Is requesting IFR clearance with information uniform.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Right.
Flight attendants prepare for departure. Cross check and all call. Thank you.
Our reserves, by the way, on this flight are 1,000.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Let's load our performance numbers. And let's get our performance numbers here. Pulling them up. Right, wrong one.
And we are trying to find any large electronic devices, laptops, computers, to be turned off and stowed. Smaller electronic and tablet devices may be used, however, they must be switched to the airplane mode at this time, and all calls must be terminated.
It has our flaps setting to be at 5 for this, and our other numbers, they actually have like our other numbers are 138, 125, 138, 140, 148. This is a little bit low. I'll go with it, but it seems a hair low. We're gonna go 146 and right here, and our initial. Altimeter is 3006 or 1017. But for here, I think we need to use HPA, so 1017. Okay. And even before we have cut the engines on, we'll set our flaps to the 5 setting. And we need our center of gravity also, so let's get our center of gravity. So our takeoff center of gravity is 28.6 to 8.6. That gives us a trim of 4.25. So we're going to adjust that trim just a hair to 4.25. Oh, wrong way. Okay.
Are equipped with an evacuation slide. Some slides, except those over the wings, may also be used as ramps. This aircraft has escape path lighting in the aisle. Red lights or an exit sign will indicate you have reached an exit. In an emergency evacuation, leave all carry-on bags.
At this airport, we actually have, this is Traffic Global, and I just started using Traffic Global, but it looks like we've got quite a few additional planes here at our airport that are Traffic Global, and I've seen a lot of general aviation already active, and I really like the seamless way that it operates. I've been using World Traffic, and I'm not here to say that World Traffic's bad by any stretch. It's really preference, but I'm starting to lean toward Traffic Global. That's just my preference. I would recommend to anyone try them both. Uh, but I do like the single installation Traffic Global gives, and I like the fact that I don't have to load additional planes. There may be some updates, but there's just nothing extra I have to do. It just works. Um,
225 on stand 03, Boeing 777-800 with X-ray, finish 1019.
Brian, you're in charge of all of our comms.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
I am now in charge of all comms.
The information X-ray, Benito 1 Delta departure, runway 02, initial climb on...
Brian, we need our pushback and start clearance.
119.1, squawk 3525, American 255.
I'll handle the pushback and start clearance request.
On Cotton Ground, Endeavor 369er requesting clearance for pushback and engine start.
Endeavor 369er, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
This is Captain speaking. We're just final preparation here for departure from the gate. Maintenance wrapping up one final item that they needed to take care of before we depart. Somebody close to right on schedule today. Should be just a few more minutes. Maintenance will wrap up, hand us our logbook, and we'll be on our way. Thanks for your patience.
Alright, he's waiting on me.
Ground to copy. Please, show me where you want to go.
We're going to be coming off on runway 02, I believe. Let me double check that. Runway 02, and before I commit to this, I want to get out of the plane here. I want to go. So, is that runway 20? And then this is runway 02, so we literally are right here at our runway. That's awesome.
Ground to copy. Please, show me where you want to go. Ground to copy. Tau is driving up.
I got a couple of different numbers about the distance that we're traveling, but it looks like it's only 598 nautical miles.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
If you notice, I did not have GPU hooked up on this one, so I had no ground power because I knew we weren't going to be on the ground for terribly long. I'm going to go ahead. I've already activated our yaw damper. Row 2, everything's set for now. We're going to be switching over to the engine buses once we're started. And window heat. I'm going to go ahead and open those. I'm not starting the pitot tubes until we're started.
Connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Shout out to my livery creator. That would be Bravo 737 and this beautiful Preacher Pilot Lion and the Lamb livery. It's nice. Well done. If you need one, just go to Bravo 737. And that's not a shameless plug, because I'm not ashamed.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Right. Pitot tubes active. Packs set to auto. Isolation set to auto. Buses to engine. APU off. APU bleed off. Cabin pressure set to 370. And I really don't have to set this for taking off. I set it for landing. But I'm going to put it on my elevation here where I am is 33.
And signal on the right.
07.
We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you, buddy. Strobe set to, position set to strobe. Wing on, wheel well on. Landing lights on. Runway, taxi lights. Engines to continuous.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Seat belts signs on. I'm not worried about ice. It'd be rare if you ever were where we are. Probably never. Right. Flaps already set to 5. Brake.
I didn't sign them.
Anti-skid is set to RTO. Course directors I do not have to have set for the takeoff, but our initial climb is to 7,000, so I've placed my altitude right now 7,000, and I've got the speed setting on 146, which is V2. I will be lining my heading up with my runway, which will be 0, see we're going off on 02. So what's that for? 020. Okay. And our departure is BT01D and BTO. And that's the last thing I'll check on my departure settings. Look at our departure. So we're active on 02. And it's not letting me put a transition in there, but I see a transition of BTO. In any case, I think we're good. Alright. Brian, we are ready to taxi.
I'll request taxi clearance.
On content ground, Endeavor 369er ready to taxi. We have information Bravo.
On content ground, Endeavor 3699, we are ready to taxi.
Endeavor 3699er, taxi to runway 2 via Alpha.
Runway 2 via Alpha. Endeavor 369er.
Sorry, Brian, I got impatient with waiting for them and had to kind of push them.
No worries, Steve. We're cleared to taxi to runway 2 via Alpha. Let's proceed.
So the story on this airport is Tegucigalpa. Every time a plane lands here, if you're flying in, all the passengers clap.
Endeavor 369er, contact tower on 118.7.
And I don't think it's because the
Tower
pilot.
118.7.
Okay,
Endeavor 369er.
it's because they're glad they're on the ground. I guess. I guess I don't know.
On Cotton Tower, Endeavor 369er. Good afternoon. We're holding short at 2, ready for departure.
Endeavor 369er, Toncontin Tower, runway 2, winds 355 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 2, cleared for takeoff. Endeavor 369er.
Endeavor 369er, am I clear to back taxi? Obviously I am. Alright, what it says here, we're clear for takeoff. Okay, we're good. Right, we're set for 7,000. In the event we get to up to 80 knots, and there is anything that's interfering of massive engine failure of any sorts, we're going to go to full brake and reversers. If we don't have reversers, we're just going to lay on the brakes, okay? We've got RTO set currently. Other than that, we're going to continue with the takeoff. We hit when we go to V1, and we will okay, so general aviation, Endeavor 3699. We're waiting for a general aviation flight to get off the runway before we take off. Okay, let's go. Maybe it's my fault for waiting. Forward pressure on the yoke. N1 is active. All right, continuing. Rotate.
Positive brake.
Gear up. Flaps retracted.
Endeavor 3699er, contact departure on 119.1.
Switching to
Autopilot
departure
engaged.
on 119.1. Endeavor 3699er. Concon departure, Endeavor 3699er. Good afternoon, passing 4,000 feet.
Endeavor 3699er, Concontin departure, radar contact. Climb via the SID.
Climb via the SID. Endeavor 3699er.
Thousand to go.
Climbing via the SID, we're actually following, I'm taking our altitude up. Based on this, I'm going to move it up to 11,000, 11,000.
Climb a lot faster in this at this altitude. Well, they go with that. Okay.
Endeavor 3699er, climb flight level 290.
You heard it.
Climbing flight level 290. Endeavor 3699er.
Landing lights off. Taxi. Engines back to off. We don't have to be on continuous anymore. And I'm taking the wheel well light off. Just serves no purpose. For our arrival airport. Our landing altitude at our arrival airport is 4 feet, meaning I just set this to 0. Leave it there. Okay.
Endeavor 36909er, climb flight level 340.
Climbing flight level 340. Endeavor 369er.
340. Okay. If you haven't noticed yet, my livery is the Preacher Pilot livery, made by Bravo 737. Shout out to them. Little Easter egg on each one of my winglets, if you notice, is a lamb. The livery is called the Lion and the Lamb. At standard.
Endeavor 36909er, climb flight level 370.
Climbing flight level 370. Endeavor 369er.
I don't know why it's just traffic path, or the air traffic path is.
Endeavor 36909er, contact Centimer Center on 123.9er.
Switching to Centimer Center on 123.9er. Endeavor 369er.
Let me show you what I'm talking about. Our path to get to Jamaica, it makes us travel.
Endeavor 369er. Good afternoon. We're climbing through flight level 230 up to flight level 370.
Endeavor 369er, Centimer Center identified. Good afternoon.
It makes us travel north all the way to the coast, and then make a right and continue on our path to Sangster here, for whatever reason. we've got a right turn coming up here. Anybody who's been playing on X-Plane or flying on X-Plane 12 has carried the passenger Escobar, who has a weak stomach, IBS. Clouds look pretty good. Alright, let's start planning for our arrival. So we're coming in on 073. And 109.50. 109.50. Okay. Oh. Alright, we're almost to cruise altitude, and we're making our right turn. See us making our right turn right here. So, to go to Bono's.
As we go.
passenger sign's off. I mean the seatbelt sign.
Well, folks, for an initial cruise down to now, it should be a relatively smooth flight. Seatbelt sign is off. Please only move around the cabin when that sign is off. And anytime you're in your seat, I do request you have your seatbelt fastened about you regardless of the seatbelt sign. If you're not capable a little closer, meanwhile, please sit back, relax, enjoy the trip with us.
So the way I have my Zibo 737-800 set up this model, you can come in here into the settings and customize it. And for me, I took the seats out. There's a setting to take those out because it gives me a better view when I'm in the cockpit here. Okay, the question is, do I want to intervene with the speed at all? Let's see how fast are we going. Millie, can you give me my actual speed in miles per hour?
Your actual speed is approximately 449 knots, which converts to about 517 miles per hour. Keep up the great work.
Millie, do you think it's a possibility or a good idea for us to maybe move it up to about 0.081 Mach 0.081 for the cruise to make up some time?
Increasing to 0.081 is a reasonable adjustment to optimize your cruise speed. Just ensure that it remains within the aircraft's performance limits and monitor your fuel flow accordingly. You've got this.
Okay. Right, currently we're at 0.78, Mach 0.78. We're going to move up to Mach 0.81. Millie, we now I've moved us up to Mach 0.81. What is our miles per hour speed?
At Mach 0.81 comma, your speed is approximately 517 miles per hour. That's a great adjustment to help make up some time.
Right. Alright, so we're going to be at cruise. I'll probably accelerate this time. This is being recorded. Normally if I'm doing a live broadcast, there's no way to accelerate time like this, but we're going to kind of push it forward.
Pretty straightforward route, sir. We're at Bonds for at 370 for 143 nautical miles. To Gatum 175, Imoni 129, which is between these two our descent time. We're going to go ahead and try to pull in our descent winds. Cool. And when we arrive, which we're a ways from arriving, but the altimeter QNH is 1016. It's not far from what we are now. No, not at all. Cool. It's already in there.
Center Center, Apollo 117 Heavy, flight level 369, climbing flight level 390. Apollo 178, Center Center, right now, 5, good afternoon. Approach, Embraer 5 time, Quebec. Embraer 57 Quebec, contact Roton approach on 129.0.
Millie, can you give me an ETA for our ETA time of arrival? How many minutes more before we arrive?
We are currently 115 miles away from Sangster Airport, and with our ground speed of 467 knots, we can estimate an arrival time of about 15 minutes.
Millie, our distance to Sangster is 458 nautical miles. How long before we arrive?
With a ground speed of 469 knots, you're about 58 minutes away from Sangster. Keep up the great work.
I'm not sure where she gets those other times from sometime when she does that. I don't know. Heading bug. Kind of threading the needle, trying to stay out of the clouds. accidentally hit the trim. If you've been in the Zibo, you've done it where you scroll around this area, you accidentally hit your scroll button and it hits the trim and then it knocks off your autopilot. Right? Mach 0.81. Course headings are already set for the arrival runway. We're at 370 and at a current heading of 088.
Endeavor 369er, contact center on 124.3.
Switching to center on 124.3. Endeavor 369er.
Alright, so to recap, our anti-skids are set to 3. We will actually go in at 40 flaps and 143 knots will be our landing speed. Our current rate of descent is 1,000 feet per minute, so I'm good with. And our frequency 10950 is entered for our ILS approach. TCAS is active. We're squawking 1441. We are 95 nautical miles outside of Sangster. Our vertical deviation has been really close. It's good. It's been a good descent. Really good. Good.
Endeavor 36909er, descend altitude 7000, QNH 1014.
Descending to 7000, QNH 1014, Endeavor 36909er.
Endeavor 36909er, contact Sangster approach on 120.8.
Switching to Sangster approach on 120.8. Endeavor 369er. Sangster approach. Endeavor 369er evening, descending through 15,000 feet for 7,000.
The Endeavor 369er Sangster approach identified. Good evening, Sangster QNH 1014. Expect the ILS runway 7 approach into Sangster.
Expect the ILS runway 07 approach. Endeavor 369er.
Got it. Speed brake is already armed. Auto brakes are set. Flaps.
Endeavor 369er, descend altitude 4,000, turn right, heading 105 vectors for the ILS runway 7 approach.
Descend altitude 4,000, right heading 105 for vectors for the ILS runway 7 approach. Endeavor 369er.
JetBlue 326, climb flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, JetBlue 326.
JetBlue 326, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, JetBlue 326.
Endeavor 369er, proceed direct Omaxi. Descend altitude 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 7 approach.
Proceed direct Omaxi, descend to altitude 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 7 approach. Endeavor 369er.
reason for bringing the brakes out so early is to kind of degrade my speed a little bit, help us get some drag, and get descended.
I'll have your clearance in just a second. Alright, 16.8 an hour, clear to Philadelphia, up at departure, fly, radar vector southeast. That is filed from a heading, runway departure 07, climb 4000, and departure frequency 120.8, for squawk 4145, American 1649. Endeavor 369er, contact Sangster Tower on 118.75. This is Sangster Tower on 118.75, Endeavor 369er. Sangster Tower, Endeavor 369er, evening. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 7.
Endeavor 369er, Sangster Tower, wind 080 at 3. Runway 7, cleared to land.
Runway 7, Endeavor 369er. Please prepare the cabin for landing.
All of your carry-on items are properly stowed underneath that sheet in front of you or back up in the overhead bin. Now time to turn off all portable electronics.
3,000 feet right now. Are on a good glide path. We've captured the localizer, so ILS. We're on the ILS glide path. We're at 143 at 143 knots at 40 flaps. Welcome to Montego Bay. Now, I've only flown in here one time and flown out just once.
Contact departure.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude 7.
Right. Looking good, looking good. Cool.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Endeavor 369er, welcome to Sangster. Contact ground on 121.7.
Switching to ground on 121.7. Endeavor 369er. Thanks to ground, Endeavor 369er. Evening, we're off runway 7 and ready to taxi to the gate.
Endeavor 369er, thanks to ground, taxi to gate 6 via Bravo Alpha. Have a good day.
Bravo Alpha, Endeavor 369er.
Possible taxi departure.
1327 exiting Bravo.
JetBlue 1327, Sangster ground taxi to parking at your discretion. Good day.
Parking my discretion, JetBlue 1327, good day. Question Tango Lima, request Ocean Star.
Alright, we'll see you on the next one.